So this is what we woke up to today. It's Tuesday. It's still November. We thought this wasn't coming for another week. It's snowing.
Good morning, everyone. Lovely sunny Thursday morning, December the 2nd, day after my birthday. So yeah, had a bit of an eventful birthday yesterday. Yeah, the day before, I think Emily got a bit of footage. We had quite a lot of snow. We still have some remnants here, but because we're sort of high up, it's taken a long time to melt. Because of the snow, as happens almost every time it does snow, we had a blackout. So we were huddled up in the lounge. We got the sofa bed out, put the fire on. We were cooking on it. It was it's sort of like glamping. Yeah, I don't know if that's still a thing. It's a bit of a trend for a while. Yeah, it was all right, but we decided that the right time had come, and we decided to invest. So we got ourselves a nice little generator. Won't be enough to power the whole house. Obviously you can get larger generators if that's what you want to do. But what I'll do is I'll show you how we have actually wired it, sort of hardwired it into our fuse board, so we can actually pick which rooms we turn on when the generator's running. So, you know, say if we want the fridge and the freezer, obviously those kind of important things, and it means Emily can work as well, so we need to have the internet going, stuff like that. So I'll try and show you what I can. I wouldn't advise anyone to do this without training or an understanding of what you're doing, as it can be quite dangerous. But I'll go through those points as we go along. All right, ciao. So let's talk about the generator. What we'll do is we'll keep the generator down in the barn, so it'll probably be somewhere around here. This particular generator, I've had a look online, and the 7 horsepower engine is 208cc. So it's the equivalent of like 4 little 50cc scooters. It's awesome. But it's an exact copy of the Honda engine. A lot of the Chinese manufacturers have managed to get away with that somehow, but yeah, being an exact copy of Honda, I don't expect to see any issues with it, and it works out about half the price of the actual Honda one. So I'll show you what we do in the event of a blackout. As I already said, we'll have the generator down here, and we will have this plug always available, this cable, which will plug in just over here at the moment. That's how we've got it. It's very temporary. Obviously the cabling that we've used is capable of 25 amps, and that will kick out a 16 amp maximum, so we know that we'll definitely be safe there. So what I've done is I've run it into the kitchen. Let me just close this door, and I've run it into our fuse board. So what I've done, I'll turn you round. So all behind here, what I've actually done is, this fuse here is our generator. When there's a blackout, we'll turn off the main, we will turn the generator on, and once that is actually kicking up some power and doing this thing, I will be able to pick and choose whether we want the bedroom on, whether we want the utensils in the kitchen. This is the tumble dryer, this is the boiler, this will be the office for Emily. So we can have broadband, she can still work, and we can kind of continue sort of semi-normal. We'll be able to have heating, the underfloor heating in the bedroom. Oh, there's a cat having a fight. Yeah, we'll have the fridge and the freezer, and really we'll be able to pick and choose. Maybe we'll turn the heating off if we don't need it, and that means that we'll be able to use the oven. It's not powerful enough to run everything all at once, but it is powerful enough and was cheap enough to provide us what we need to just continue. Now, if you're installing a generator and doing it how we have, there's a serious risk of death. It kicks out 16 amps, which is plenty enough to stop the heart. I think even 1 amp, you can die. So where we've got that feeding into our main, if we don't turn off the mains feed, it will actually be going back through and into the grid. So Mr. Joe Bloggs, who's come out to fix the problem, won't expect that wire to be live, and it is, and that can easily cause death. So you have to be very sure on what you're doing. You have to understand the consequences of not doing it correctly. If there's someone local that wants some advice, or maybe even me to come around and help do it, let us know. It's not my job. That's not why I'm doing it. But if somebody does want the proper guidance and things like that, let us know, and maybe we can sort something out.
So I think the snow this week has made us realise how close winter is. So I think we're really just spending the last couple of days, and we're showing you what we've been doing the last couple of days to prep for winter. So we've ordered a load of plasterboard and guttering.
Yep.
So the most important thing is we don't know when it's being delivered, but we want to get it all the plasterboard in a dry space to be stored, and the guttering can go anywhere. It's plastic, isn't it, I guess. But basically, yeah, Lee's just been working hard clearing out a section of the barn so we can put all the plasterboard there when that gets delivered, and that means that then if we do get some snow coming, Lee can work on internal stuff, so getting this extension finished with plasterboard and guttering all the way around so we can get any snow melt and rain runoff, keeping it away from the property. So yeah, it's a bit of a prep video, this one.
So the guttering that hopefully is turning up today should be enough to come across all of these roofs and all the way down to the barn there. Then we will have this bit replaced. This has actually got a ton of holes in it, so it allows all of the snow melt off of this part of the roof. It actually just sits down here. Not great. And that's why we're having problems around the right hand side, and there's another small piece that needs replacing as well. So if the weather stays good, that's something that I can sort out. It's all low level, so I don't need to get on a ladder, which obviously makes things much safer, especially if it's wet. If I can't do anything outside, hopefully we'll have the plasterboard, and I can continue on the inside, running more electrics, getting the insulation in, and trying to sort of close off this space. Yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed it turns up. Now, another little thing that myself and Em have been considering, it was actually our first plan when we moved here. We kind of forgot about that, getting caught up with having Hudson, loads of animals, and doing the house up. We're sort of at a point now where we're getting so many people asking us for advice, information, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, it really is cool. We've decided to revert back to our initial plan, which is doing the barn conversion. So I imagine, haven't really gone through too many plans with it yet, but we did make plans a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago. We want to convert the barn into, I suppose, kind of an Airbnb. It'll be more geared towards people that want to move out here. Sort of a try before you buy type deal. So people can come and stay here, not with us. It'll be totally separate, bear in mind. Obviously, if you've got questions and stuff, yeah, we'll sit outside, we'll have a chat, we'll have a beer, do whatever. But it will be just sort of a small taste of village life here in Bulgaria. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do like a nice little kitchen. There'll obviously be a bathroom, maybe two, at least one bedroom, maybe two if I decide to go above as well. And there'll probably be a small section of the garden, so there'll be, you know, a nice patio or something like that. So really it will give people an insight to what it's like being here. Maybe even in the winter, so people can see how cold it gets. Also again in the summer, see how warm it gets. Yeah, and you know, just go for a walk, go and get lost somewhere, go and appreciate what we appreciate. If it's something that people would find interesting, obviously we would charge for people to come and use the facilities, if that's what we're going to call it. But it'll be extremely cheap. You know, we literally just need to cover the cost of our bills for this. So yeah, if people think that that's a good idea, or a wise idea, or if people would actually be interested to come and do it, let us know. In the comment section, obviously, all of the comments that we get, we try to respond to, and it's amazing. We just want to try and help people out if we can, as well as, you know, investing in our property. I think it's a really wise thing to do. Yeah, let us know. You're so good. You're still dancing. Do 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 do.